almost makes it kind of terrifying to go this fast in, because it's absolutely ridiculous. Well, I can already tell you this is not my cup of tea, but when they told me that this car has 435 horsepower and 600 Newton meters of torque, well then I was kind of interested, because this car is only 40,000 euros and it's from China. And the combination of all this is absolutely ridiculous. The thing I'm trying to tell you is that this thing makes absolutely no sense. So that's right up my alley. It makes it kind of interesting, doesn't it? I don't know if any of you remember the last time I had a MG4 on the channel. Well, it was kind of interesting because it was rear-wheel drive and it could do stuff like well, this is not anymore rear-wheel drive, this is a four-wheel drive machine. The only thing I can say about this car to this point is that I like the color, otherwise there isn't any difference from the normal car. But there is one visual thing though, you have to see. This is maybe one of the most Chinese things I have ever seen. So yes, interesting. One of my favorite things that the Chinese has come up with is these things. You can look at these orange calipers, they look kind of cool. And actually matching the color to the green here is a really good job. It looks cool. It looks nice and all. But then you take a closer look to the caliper here. This is not a caliper. This is a caliper cover. So it covers up the caliper to seem like the caliper is bigger. So it's basically like sticking a big sock down your pants to show off to your friends that you have big calipers on your car, or a nice brake kit. And the thing I'm wondering here, how does these brakes keep up with 435 horsepower? Is that safe? No way, no way it's this fast. It's that's ridiculous. Okay, it sounds like I'm fucking up the car. That's illegal speed for this kind of money. What? And you have this thing for your phone up here, where you can wireless charge your phone or something. But when you apply throttle, it doesn't seem to charge the phone. Nice. The thing is, you still have your interesting, actually cool looking wing thing up here. I don't know if it has a function or not. I would maybe say no. And then you have this extremely weird rear tail light which sticks out like 20 centimeters from the car. But the main thing you actually need to know about this car is, because it's Chinese, it only cost you 40,000 euros. Like, in what world can you get 435 horsepower and 600 Newton meters of torque for around 40,000 euros? That's ridiculous. Well, that seems absolutely brilliant, actually. I wish all cars with 435 horsepower were around 40,000 euros. It all seems good and all, but for example, there is this cooling system in the car, which also seems to cool down the window on the outside, so you can't see out the windscreen. If you choose your MG4 Xpower in this fabulous green color, you'll get some friends on the way, because they're small bugs. They seem to love this thing. I must say, kind of a cool color to this car. It fits in with the jungle vibe. Well, this seems even more performance worthy than the old one. Let's see how it performs on the road then. Well, maybe you know me, maybe you don't, but of course I have to check if this feature is still in the car. So if we swipe from the top side here, we'll luckily still find the ESC off button up here. Yes sir, deactivate. The thing is, in the old car you have rear-wheel drive, in this car you have four-wheel drive. Is it still possible to slide around, you think? Okay, let's test if I can slide a bit. Okay, you can definitely slide a bit. Jesus fucking Christ. But it cuts all power when you do it. What? Jesus, what the? I've never laughed that much in a Chinese vehicle. What's happening? It's not like a controllable drift at all. Let's try it out. Come on. Okay, it doesn't want to like make it drift because it's four-wheel drive. It just wanna go, and when it finally slips, it's cutting all power instead. But because it's so freaking fast, it's almost makes it kind of terrifying to go this fast in, because it's absolutely ridiculous. I must say 435 horsepower in a Chinese electric car with zero brakes and a kind of mouse-inspired design kind of piqued my interest. It could be maybe up my alley anyway. It's hard to wrap your head around how fast it is. Just to give you a picture, this car is 0 to 100 in 3.8 seconds. 3.8! On power, it's insane from 0 to 100. It doesn't feel like you have any control over that power whatsoever, so I don't think that the suspension is quite tuned to this much power, because it still feels like it's wobbling around. And let me test out the brakes here. Actually seems pretty strong. I don't know if they can go on forever, but seem pretty good to this point. Maybe thick calipers is the thing after all.
Nice.
It definitely cuts all power. Just if you just want to have a bit of fun and slide around a bit, it cuts it all, because I don't know if it thinks you're having an accident or something. Maybe it's a good thing for once that it cuts all power, because there is no control whatsoever under like full power. What about the rest of the car? You will get the normal layout. You have like a bit of Alcantara. Oh, this is not Alcantara, but this is like a tryout Alcantara. Also on the seats, but otherwise pretty much the same thing. You still have your yeah, it's useless. You have your old infotainment system up here, which is like really slow, but it's 40,000 euros and 435 horsepower. I almost forgive this car for being not good at anything else than just going straight. But it is pretty good at that though. I don't know how useful this is. Oh. It's so much power. Okay, so what do we think about the MG4 Xpower? Oh well, it's a pretty good city car. It's a pretty comfortable. It's okay, but like giving this thing this much power is it's almost dangerous. It's I think it's a bold move. I would say it's, I don't know, it makes no sense whatsoever. This car doesn't drive good with this much power. It doesn't have the handling for it. It doesn't have the brakes for it. It steers in all directions, like, and it gets kind of scary in a way. It's not like the power in a straight line is scary, but when you're taking a corner pretty fast in this car and you have this much power, it's I could see this running out of control really quickly. So, well, it almost scares me actually. And not in the good way, where you have like respect for it and it's like, okay, you know what it can do, and this just feels uncontrollable, no matter what you do. Yeah. It's every goddamn time. In some way, it actually keeps your phone from not distracting you. Pretty smart feature there.